I'm Chris Kubal. Here's a look at your Local 5 weather impact forecast. Weather impact alert Friday night through Sunday morning. This is a big time winter storm that is on the way. We're going to be talking about some high-end, upper-level snow totals, potentially as much as 13 inches of snow in parts of central Iowa. And with that, of course, you'd expect some hazardous travel to go along with that. Now, we are carrying a winter storm warning over the vast majority of the state of Iowa. Winter storm watch for the southern tier of counties in the Local 5 area. A little bit more uncertainty as you move towards the Missouri border. What looks like a slam dunk is into the pink shaded regions. And so we're expecting some high-end snowfall totals. So let's go right to Futurecast. And travel on Black Friday through the morning and even the early afternoon is looking okay. Now, we will start to see some of those initial returns showing up on radar Friday afternoon, but we have to saturate that low level a little bit. So really, we're looking closer to sunset before we start to see significant snow, at least towards the I-35 corridor. And will continue to be on the uptick as we go into the overnight. Now notice there is a little component of mix, a brief bout of freezing rain possible, but it will not last long. However, where it will is down into southwestern Iowa. That will work against those snow totals, and you'll see that correspondingly coming up. Certainly some heavy snow tucked away in there, especially as we start to see the backside of the system wrap around. That wind is going to be on a sharp uptick as well. Now on the travel scene, it's going to be the worst Friday night through Saturday night. Heavy snow in between there. I expect major road disruption, maybe not closures outside of an accident snarling things up, but it will not be fun to be out there on the travel scene. Now on the winter storm impacts here, we're looking at that moderate level, especially over eastern Iowa. I actually think this should probably be extended a bit further to the west. That gives us kind of a color-coded idea of just where the worst conditions are going to be. Now, it's pretty quiet at the time of this recording on Thanksgiving evening, but again, that's going to be changing. For this run of Futurecast, I have the wind gusts plotted here, and you see that mixture down in southwest Iowa. That may erode those totals once again. But watch those winds as we reach the backside of the system. That's where some of those gusts are going to be reaching north of 30 miles per hour as this one slides through. That's going to be for Saturday night into early Sunday morning, so there will be an element of blowing snow to contend with. Not looking at whiteout conditions or blizzard conditions, mind you, but I do believe we are going to be dealing with an element of that snow scurrying about across the horizon. So here's the snowfall projections that we're looking at. My forecast for central Iowa. A lot of locations running 7, 8, 9, even up to 13 inches of snow being possible. Anyone on the light side in southwestern Iowa, that's because of that element of wintry mix. Even still, those are plowable amounts of snow. I expect major headaches as we go through the duration of the holiday weekend because of all that snow. Now, we are going to be having that wind especially be on the uptick here as we go Saturday night into Sunday. These are sustained winds noted here, but again, some of those gusts could be running up north of 30 miles per hour. Now behind this system, we have cold that's going to be pushing in. Monday's temperatures to start into the single digits, likely looking at a sub-zero wind chill as well. Not off the charts with the wind, but maybe enough to send us back down below the zero mark. Sunday's temperatures are going to struggle as well. It's just going to be a cold stretch of days ahead. Here's where we're going to be starting things on Monday morning. Again, sub-zeros across the state of Iowa, and our Monday temperatures are going to struggle. Probably our coldest day of the early season so far, confining most into the teens. That's what we'll be tonight. 16 is the call for our overnight low, and as we enter our weather impact alert status for Friday evening, we're going to be looking at snow taking over late on the day. 30 will be the high temperature, breeze out of the southeast at 10 to 15. Now we have those temperatures running generally at or below the freezing point. There are exceptions in southern Iowa, and that's where that mixture will come into play as we lead off this storm system. Iowa in action out in Lincoln, Nebraska. I think they're going to avoid the wintry impacts as this game kicks off at 11 o'clock. It's going to be cold, though. Temps in the 20s, bit of a breeze, cloudy. We'll have to watch those Hawkeyes that they're out there taking on the Huskers. Get back safely. The travel scene worsening as we go through the rest of the holiday weekend. Temperatures likely falling on the day on Sunday. We'll stay at the cool levels, though, bouncing around a little bit next week. This is going to be an active stretch of days ahead. I see another chance for snow coming in the midpoint in the week on Wednesday. And then we'll also be watching the Friday and Sunday time frames as well for additional snowflakes to fly.